Hi, Laura here again. I want to present to you the EFT Basic Recipe. So we're going to dive into the recipe, but I want you to, if you don't have anything to work on right now, and we're going to start with something really simple, something like an emotion or a physical symptom. So what I want you to do, and that's not part of Gary Craig's EFT, that's something that I created, is borrowed from Heart Math. Actually, it's the person who trained me, my teacher, Carl Dawson, who showed me this. So you put your hand on your heart like that, and it's good. What I like to do is put the hand on the belly, and just feel that I have this deep breathing. Okay, this abdominal breathing. So you take 2, 3 full breaths, and while you're doing that, you're trying to notice where you have any form of stress in your body. If you don't, perfect. You're trying to find if you're holding some sort of emotion. That could be anger, sadness, guilt, grieving, any hatred, resentment, anything that you're holding in your body somewhere. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, pick something. I really don't have a lot of tension in my body, but I'm going to say that I have a little bit of stress in my back. So I put an emotion somewhere in my body. So yeah, it's a little bit stiff, you know. Okay. So I'm going to say I have stress in my back. So now you pick your sensation. You use your own words. It's very important. Okay, I have this, or I feel this, and you create your own sentence. This, whatever it is. Okay. This tension, this whatever it is. And now I want you to pick intensity level. Okay, what do I mean by intensity level? Is that you want to say, okay, if I have this intense shooting pain in my neck, probably from 0 to 10, it's a 10 or 9 or 8. But if I can hardly feel anything, you know, any type of tension, I don't know, in my jaw, maybe it's a 1, maybe it's a 2, but it's there. What matters is that you notice what's there, and then you notice the intensity of what's there. Okay? So it's guesswork. You don't have to do it perfectly. If you're stuck trying to figure out the perfect figure, what you should do to find the right number is just go, ask yourself this question. If I could guess what it was, or what the number was, what would it be? And then usually you're going to say, oh, if I could guess, it could be a 4, or it could be a 5, and that's the right number. Okay, so we're not trying to get to a perfectly estimated number, just something that gives you a range of idea of how intense your emotion or whatever is there. Okay, so now we have something to work on, and we have checked the intensity of what's there. We're going to start working on the chop point, which is here with 4 fingers, because this way we can't miss it. And we're going to say the setup phrase. Okay, the setup phrase is very simple. It's even though I have this problem, I'm just going to show it to you first. Even though I have this problem, I completely love and accept myself. You can change the I completely love and accept myself, like I love myself profoundly and I accept myself totally. Or if you have problems saying I love myself, I think it's very important that you do, and that's part of the power of EFT. But if it's very difficult at the beginning, you can go and you could say I accept myself totally and I'm a good person. Something like that. The idea is you have to say that you accept yourself, that you can't skip. Not for now. So we're going to start with that. Even though I have this problem. Okay, and now I said I have intensity of 4. I have this tension in my back. Like I said stress, but After all, I'd rather say tension, okay? Even though I have this tension in my back, I completely love and accept myself. And for example, if you, it's your neck, even though I have this pain in my neck, I completely love and accept myself. And while you're saying that, you're tapping here, okay? So we're going to do this 3 times. So I did it once, I'm going to do it twice now, 2 more times. Even though I have this tension in my back, I completely love and accept myself. Now you say your sentence. I'm going to do it one more time. Even though I have this tension in my back, I completely love and accept myself. And you say it now with your own words and what's happening inside of you. Okay, so that's a setup phrase. Basically, you say the setup phrase 3 times, okay? And the idea is, even though I have this and whatever it is, it can be a problem. So you say, even though I have this problem, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this tension, even though I have this sadness, even though I have this urge, even though whatever is happening, you're going to use the setup phrase. Why can't you, you can sometimes skip the setup phrase, but right now I just want you to use it each and every time, okay? The more you're going to practice, the more you're going to sense when to use it, when not to use it. But right now, we're going to use it systematically. Now we're going to go to our first point, the eyebrow point. And we're going to start saying, what to say, this tension in my back. So I'm just going to say this tension in my back. This tension in my back. And if you have an emotion and you don't really know where it is yet, you just go, this sadness, this sadness. And after a while, you're just going to feel where it is. You just ask yourself, okay, this tension in my back, this tension in my back. And sometimes some people say, this tension in my back problem, this tension, you know, this back tension problem. I don't. But you can, either way. I say this tension in my back. So you see, I'm going down all the points. I'm not going to explain the points again. This tension in my back. Remember this optional point. This tension in my back. And the finger points. This tension in my back. This tension in my back. This tension in my back. As you can see, it's quite repetitive. So sometimes we skip that finger, so I'm just going to skip it because we're going to do the gamut procedure. It's tension in my back. Was tension in my back. Okay? So I went through all the points down, and then I started, I put my hand in front of my belly and down all the fingers. Okay? You can skip this one if you don't remember. It's okay. And now we're going to do the gamut procedure, okay? So I'm tapping on the gamut point, which is between the little finger and the ring finger here on the top of the hand. And so then I did a separate video for that, but I'm just going to do it again here. Okay, so close your eyes. Look down left, look down right. You go to noon, you go clockwise, back to noon, and you go noon, you go counterclockwise. Oops, I don't think I did the eyes correctly on the counterclockwise. Okay, it's okay if you don't do it right. You start it again, you do it again, and it's all right. Okay, you can make mistakes, and with EFT you don't have to have it perfectly well. So now I'm going to hum a tune, and I'm going to count to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to hum a tune again, and so you should be humming a tune right now. Okay, all right. So that's the gamut procedure, and now that we've done the gamut procedure, we can take a second to check where our intensity is. Right now, the tension in my back is at 2, so it's gone down. I can sense that I still have, but it's not, I mean, it's not as strong as before. So it's not a 0. So I'm going to take the time to actually try and lower the intensity to 0. But so we're going to start again, starting from the eyebrow point. I go to this tension in my back, and you say whatever concerns you, you know, this pain in my neck, okay, this tension in my back, 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 and all the fingers point, this tension in my back. So you should be, when I'm saying this tension in my back, I try to leave a blank between each point, so you should be saying whatever concerns you right now. So it's like this tension in my back, or this pain, or this sadness, or whatever it is. Okay, this tension in my back, 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 and this tension in my back. Okay, back to the character chop point. I usually like to take a deep breath. Sometimes I hold the wrist. I got it from another EFT practitioner, or sometimes I tap here. Or we can use the head, and we can finish here and say, this tension in my back. There you go. You know I love this point. So that's the basic recipe. So what do? We go character chop. We do the setup phrase once. So even though I have this problem, I completely love and accept myself. And it's important to say it with intensity. I completely love and accept myself. Okay? And we do that 3 times. Then we go from all the points here, all the points, and we say this problem. Or for me, it was this tension in my back. For you, it was, I don't know what it was, but that's the sentence that you were supposed to use. Okay, all right? What matters is that you always find something that is very specific to you. That's why I am not always a big fan of all the videos online, but they are useful. But if you really want to work on the problem that is yours, it's always good to be specific on what's happening. Okay? All right, so then you go through all the points, and when we did the gamut procedure, and started again at the eyebrow point, we did the same, sequence. All right. So my teacher called that the EFT sandwich, basically, where you do all the points, the gamut procedure, and all the points, and you start with the setup phrase. Okay. I don't know if it's very clear, but you can watch the video again. If you have any questions, you can write to me. I can make another video if it doesn't make sense. Just let me know. I'll be glad to help. And start practicing on pretty much anything, and try to do it every day on anything that's there. If you have any tension, any emotion, any anger, any stress, and if you have anything that's at 8 or 9 or 10, don't wait and do and use the basic recipe. Okay, so I feel I'm just gonna explain one last time. You do 3 times the setup phrase. Even though I have this problem, I completely love and accept myself. 3 times. All the points with this problem, or the sentence that you have created. The gamut procedure. Okay, I have created a video for that. All the points again. And you can use the head if you want. It's optional. Or you can use the wrist also. And that's it. After that, you're going to measure the intensity of what's there. If your emotion was at 8, is it at 4? Is it at 9? If it didn't move, or usually it goes down. Sometimes it goes up because EFT tunes you in your emotions. So maybe you were not feeling what was there, and all of a sudden you feel it more. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but just so that you know. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is the end of the EFT Basic Recipe video. And start using it, and if there's something you don't understand, I'm here. I can create more videos, and so you can contact me anytime. Okay, bye.